Hey guys, so my name is Maria Melendez, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm founder and chief executive officer of Embrace Her Legacy. So normally every week I send out my legacyism blog posts and email messages that are created to empower and help women live in purpose, live according to the legacy they want to leave, and also birth their God-given visions. I am a believer. I am somebody who believes that all things are possible for him who believes. I believe in my Savior, Jesus Christ. And, I do various messages, and they're usually inspired by something I'm dealing with currently or dealt with before. It's usually, my messages are really personal every week. So this week I decided to do something a little different so you can, put a face to the emails. And I wanted to record something really quick in regards to this week's message. This week's message is all about knowing about people who are assigned to you and the difference between people who are assigned to you and who are attached to you. One of the things that I see many of us, and not necessarily women, I think that the biggest downfall, how you can go left really quickly, is by attaching yourself to the wrong relationship. So many times, particularly with us women, we can fail to see a lot of the warning signs with relationships, particularly with men, and we hold on to the dysfunctional, insecure, or just unworthy type relationships, and those relationships can really bring us down. I've seen it happen, and I've been someone who also has experienced that, where you can get into the wrong relationship and then it's just a whirlwind. And you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. It's when a relationship is pulling out of you. It's not investing into you. It's not investing into your soul, to your mind, to your spirit. It's more pulling away from you. Dealing with that person, you're more tired than reinvigorated when dealing with that person, and someone's just sucking your soul from your body, and you're like, I don't want to deal with this. But for some reason we just attach ourselves to that. So if you're dealing with any of that, I just want to encourage you to let that go. Sometimes we think that we're responsible for people, and a lot of times people like to throw things in our face like, well, I was there for you when blah 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 blah, or who else is gonna love you as much as I do, yada yada yada. All of those are lies. You feel me? You have to leave people in God's hands. We are not the saviors of anyone. We are not responsible for anyone per se. At the end of the day, God, I think he can do a way heck of a better job than you can at taking care of someone. So if you're dealing with that, please, please, please know that that's not healthy. That's not cool. And you're a woman, or you could be a man watching this too, who was created to do some amazing, beautiful, wonderful, impactful things on this world, to embrace your legacy, embrace the purpose that God has given you. But sometimes God can't give us things if we're not ready for it, and I had to learn that from my own experience dealing with, a few of my own crazies, that, had I had all that junk in my life, I wouldn't have been able to honor my purpose of helping other women birth their God-given dreams and then live according to the legacy that they want to leave. I couldn't have done that with all that junk in my life. So maybe, I would just consider, starting fresh, letting go, giving them to God. And real quick, I just want to talk about people who are assigned to you. Sometimes that, I'm not going to say sometimes because sometimes you don't. I'm slowly starting to pick up my discernment on that. I'm like, Lord, especially praying like, Lord, show me your people. Who do I need to go to? And a lot of times we're assigned to people too. I'm not saying go crazy and, start trying to change everyone's life. But sometimes what I notice is that with us Christians, we like to stay around people that think like us, that won't challenge us. And honestly, we're supposed to be Christ in culture. Jesus tells us to go be lights in the world. And there are going to be people that you're going to be assigned to. And maybe your assignment may not necessarily be to make sure that they I don't know, get saved. Your assignment may not be that, okay, this person is going to become saved because of you, but maybe your assignment is to be that person to encourage them, to motivate them, or to have them take advantage of the resources you may have. There are people that you will be assigned to, and I believe that you kind of will know it, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes your assignment to people is just to sow the seed, and I believe that God is the harvester, and it's up to him to harvest whatever he intended that seed to be. And sometimes we can, especially those of us who are empowered and we love to see others around us empowered, we can be a little officious sometimes and give our opinions when we weren't asked to. I'm guilty of that sometimes. Hey, we're all learning, but with all that being said, there are people that sometimes you'll know you are assigned to, and you never know how something you said or a post you put up has impacted people. I believe that that's what your legacy is how you impact people while you are here, and the level of that impact after you're long gone. So you never know. So if there's somebody in your life who doesn't have it together, or who may be slipping, don't lose hope on them either. They too need you, and they need you to be your best, because sometimes your assignment to people will just be you showing up and being your best and doing what you've been called to do. That can be an inspiration to someone else. So just wanted to talk about those who we are assigned to. And a big thing I also want to stress is that if you have a vision or a dream that you want to manifest, you have to, because somebody's waiting on you to do that. Those people who've been assigned to you, they're waiting for you to do whatever it is that you've been called to do, so that you can impact them and you can serve them. Your dreams are not your own. God gave us dreams because he works through man. And you never know how you doing what you're called to do can impact the lives of potentially millions of other people. So I just want to encourage you that if you are attached to someone or someone's trying to leech onto you, like they don't have any other sense and they lost their minds, I'm going to need you to give them to God and get away from them and take whatever measures you need to take to separate yourself to them. And ladies, you have to be serious, because people know when you're serious and when you don't. Don't say you're going to get rid of someone and you're going to not deal with them, and then 2 weeks later when they come crying, oh my God, you let them back in your life. You have to know the boundaries, and also be aware of the people you are assigned to. And if you don't know who you're assigned to, pray about it. Ask God, Lord, show me, where do I go? Who do I help? And it's not always it may not always be a big thing. Sometimes it may just be giving up your seat on the subway to someone and talking to them, or asking them how their day was. Or sometimes it may be a lifelong relationship, or sometimes it may be a seasonal relationship. But pay attention and use discernment to know who you've been assigned to, who you've been assigned to serve with your gift, talents, and abilities. And if you want to know anything more about me, check me out at embraceherlegacy.com. Once again, Maria Melendez signing out. Thank you.